A Democratic Congressman, Hakeem Jeffries, is going to be one of the most important names in Democratic politics, Democratic Party politics over the next 2 and likely 4 years. He was asked hilariously yesterday a question by a reporter. The question was, who is in charge here? Do you need to negotiate with Trump? Do you need to negotiate with MAGA Mike Johnson? Or do you need to negotiate with Elon Musk? And Hakeem Jeffries says, I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean, what do you make of the role that's built off of that Musk is playing here? I mean, who is in charge, do you view, in terms of who you have to negotiate with?
That's a great question. I don't have the answers right now.
I actually would have preferred Hakeem Jeffries to say, there's a reason that we're all referring to him as President-elect Musk. And this would actually serve two purposes. One, it would be a reminder to voters, hey, the guy that's getting the power, you didn't vote for him. He's an unelected bureaucrat, the likes of which you were supposed to oppose. And number two, I do believe that, Trump doesn't like playing second fiddle to anybody, that we know. Perpetuating this idea, accurate idea, that it's Musk who's really in charge can only help to bolster or accelerate the implosion of the Musk-Trump bromance, like we talked about with Sasha Abramsky a couple of days ago. But Hakeem Jeffries certainly suggesting he doesn't know who's really in charge and who he's supposed to be negotiating with. During this same press briefing, Hakeem Jeffries asked, would you consider saving MAGA Mike Johnson if he faces a MAGA revolt? Here's what Hakeem Jeffries said.
Mr. Leader. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. If Mike Johnson puts out something that's amiable to Democrats, he may face a revolt in the House Republican conference on the speakership vote on January 3rd. Would Democrats consider voting for him in that vote if he does something amiable to you with the CR?
No.
I think that's the right answer. We've got to play to win, guys, okay? And we can't do any more of this. Well, Democrats are against what Republicans are doing, but if MAGA Mike Johnson goes down as speaker, maybe they put in someone worse, or Democrats do want to keep the government open, so maybe if they can work with Mike. We have not given them the rope to hang themselves for too long. No more saving them, none of this stuff. They control everything. Now, I know what your fear is. Many of you are rightfully afraid that Democrats won't be able to clearly explain, hey, all this crazy stuff that's happening, it's because of Republicans. They control everything. It's not our fault. And I'm with you. Why am I with you? Because Democrats have been terrible at explaining whose fault stuff is. But the solution is not to help Republicans do stuff. It's to get better at communicating that they control everything and this is all their fault. So I hope that they stick to what Hakeem Jeffries is saying, pretty decisive, if nothing else, and don't bail these people out. Let them destroy themselves, but be ready to explain that they did it. All right, finally, asked a question or making a statement about how this entire agenda, this entire way of governance with Elon and all of this insanity, it's terrible for the American people. It does nothing for the average person.
House Democrats, House Republicans, Senate Democrats, and Senate Republicans reached a bipartisan agreement to fund the government, prevent a shutdown, and meet the needs of the American people. We reached a bipartisan agreement that will help farmers, families, the future of working class Americans, children, seniors, veterans, and the men and women in uniform all across the nation and the world. That bipartisan agreement has now been detonated because House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government and hurt the very working class Americans that many of them pretend to want to help.
This is a tired old playbook, okay? When Republicans put together a bill to get most of what they wanted on border security, what they genuinely claimed to want, Trump said, kill it. because Trump wants to continue running on they haven't done anything about the border. I'm going to do something about the border when I come to power. And so Trump had it killed. Wasn't about what was best for Americans or whoever. It was just about what's best politically for Trump. And once again, President-elect Elon Musk is now saying, no bills, nothing should be done. Who cares about people whose checks may be slow or whose jobs may be furloughed or whatever as a result of the government shutting down? We just want the political win as we see it. And for now, Elon's vice president-elect Donald Trump, I guess is what he is mostly going along with it. He trusts Elon's instincts and he likes it. Will this last for the next 4 years? Dear God, I hope not. One of our sponsors today is Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Zippix brings you a convenient alternative to smoking and vaping and the vape clouds, the ashtrays, the thing in your lip that people can see. I've seen that around. This is an easier and less messy way to curb the cravings, and you can use Zippix just about anywhere. Zippix is available in 6 flavors with 2 or 3 milligram strength. The nicotine and the flavor are long-lasting, and Zippix has helped countless people kick the bad habits, and they are bad habits. Zippix toothpicks are FDA registered. Their customer service is second to none. It is one of the most cost-effective alternatives. Also, check out their B12 and caffeine toothpicks. See for yourself why so many people have switched to Zippix toothpicks. You can only get Zippix online. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today. Save 10% with the code PACMAN10 at checkout. Just remember, you must be 21 or older to order. The link is down below.